Hey, what's going on? Jeff Ratcliffe here. You know, at Pro Football Focus, we are all about the stats. And in fantasy football, well, you have to be all about the stats. One of my favorite stats to look at comes in the red zone. You know, a lot of people talk about the red zone, and obviously it's important for football, but I don't care, actually, believe it or not, as much about the red zone as I do the end zone. It's all about the end zone, and you can check out our wide receiver end zone target video. But in this video, I want to talk about quarterback end zone throws. So that means, how often does a quarterback throw to a receiver who's standing in the end zone? You have the highest percentage of scoring a touchdown on those throws. So who stands out in that regard at the quarterback position? At the top, Big Ben Roethlisberger, 58 end zone throws last year. So he is targeting receivers in the end zone often, right? Antonio Brown on the field for you, obviously you're going to do that. But then you go down through the list, it is interesting that Russell Wilson is next on the list with 50 end zone throws. A bunch of those, in fact 20 of those, were to Jimmy Graham last year, so it's going to be tough to replace those end zone throws. Still, it is good to see that Russell takes shots to the end zone. Brady up there, he's always going to be up there, right? Matt Ryan, interesting with Matt Ryan, 42 end zone throws, so that places him 4th last season. But we did see his touchdown numbers regress pretty dramatically from that breakout year in 2016. So if he keeps taking throws to the end zone, Matt Ryan's touchdown total could go up a little bit this year, which might make him, you can get him in the late rounds of fantasy drafts, make him a little bit of a value. Matthew Stafford, always up there in this number, tied with Kirk Cousins and Phillip Rivers. Cousins is going to be interesting. Remember, he's not in Washington anymore. And when you compare, think about what he had at receiver last year at Washington. Not to knock Josh Doctson and Jamison Crowder, but compare those two to Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs, right? Much better weapons, has Dalvin Cook out of the backfield, has Kyle Rudolph, who, unlike Jordan Reed, he stays healthy. So it's a great situation for Cousins. Cousins has never cracked the 30 touchdown mark. This could be the year he does so. Jameis Winston, Tyrod Taylor also on this list, which might be a little bit surprising. How long does Tyrod keep the job in Cleveland? That's the biggest question we have. If you tell me right now Tyrod Taylor is going to start all 16 games, yeah, I'm drafting him. But you can't tell me that, especially with the way that Baker Mayfield has started the preseason. At the bottom of the list there, too, well, he was 10th, but he missed the end of the season. Carson Wentz with the torn ACL. Carson Wentz would be a little bit higher on this list, and that's something about that Eagles offense. Alshon Jeffrey, 2nd among wide receivers in end zone targets. They're going to take shots to the end zone. So Carson Wentz, who was on pace for 40 touchdown passes last year before getting hurt, is going to be right up there again this year among the league leaders. So very important stat, because we know how important touchdowns are in fantasy. I mean, a passing touchdown, a lot of times it's 4 fantasy points, but you might even be in a 6-point passing touchdown league. So keep an eye on this list. And why don't you tell us, who do you think leads quarterbacks in end zone throws this year? Give us a comment below. Let us know who you think there. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more fantasy videos. And why don't you go check out all of the premium signature stats that we have over at ProFootballFocus.com.